Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Compound Learning. In today's video, I will try to show you the implementation of pipelines. Um, this is a class within the sklearn. Uh, the implementation of machine learning pipelines are very helpful to develop us a cleaner code. Uh, when we implement the pipelines, we get fewer bugs, and the movement of the entire model to production is much more easier. Hence, this is a very effective way of building the overall machine learning projects, and I just wanted to show you the difference between how we do it via pipeline and without pipeline, and the pain areas. And like if you can start using the machine learning pipeline class from sklearn, I think it would be very beneficial for you, and your trainings time and debugging time would be significantly reduced. So let us get started. So I have imported a dataset from Kaggle, that is the California Houses Consensus. So it has few columns as you see, and the details of those are written here. And so basically it has a target column, median housing income, which is basically the income of the average household. So let us first import all the required libraries we need. So then I have imported this dataset from Kaggle, and there is a very beautiful library open data sets, right? So if you can use this basically makes an API call to Kaggle website, and it can download the data just by writing a single line of code. So you can just do this and you say enter, and the, da- the data gets downloaded. Now I remove few of the columns which might not be needed for developing our machine learning models for the training set. For example, latitude and longitude. So these might not carry any relevant information. So I remove these columns plus the median housing value. This is a target column, so I will be putting this column in the label, right, at y. So then we use the sklearn then train test split to split the data between the training and testing set. After this, we write these two block lines of code to segregate the numerical and the categorical columns within the data frame. So as you see, so these are the list of the numerical column within our data frame, and this is the categorical column. So as we know that when we have to develop the model, we implement different pre-processing for numerical as well as for the categorical columns. Now for the numerical columns, I first implement the imputer, which basically fills up the null values within the data frame. So we call the imputer class and we do the fit transform on the training and the test set. And as you see that there is no none value in the data set. Now we implement the scaling after this, which ensured that all the all the numerical values lie between 0 to 1, so that the model does not get biased with higher values, right? So we run this and this, and you see that all the values between the numerical columns are now lines between 0 to 1. So to implement min max scalar, this is very easy. We just import the min max class and we do the fit and transform on the training and the test set. Now for categorical columns, we implement the strategy as most frequent. So the most frequent values within the data frame basically gets filled into the null values. Now this is the xtrain and the xtest uh, sets, and we transform these to the train and the test set. So as you see that basically in the imputer we first fit the imputer and then we transform to the train and test set. So this is what it has been implemented here. Then we do the one hot encoding. So all the numerical or the string characters between the categorical columns are now transformed to one hot encoded columns. Now so this is so here I show a simple implementation of a linear regression model. So in the end, once the numerical encoded columns are trained on imputation and the encoding, we combine these columns and we get the training set. So this is a train set, and we would be training our model on this training set, right? You can see this is the one hot encoded columns. So to build a linear regression model, we just import the linear regressor and we fit the model between train and the test set, and we predict the outputs, and this is the mean absolute error scores you receive. So till here, it was the implementation of all the pre-processing technique uh, till the implementation of the machine learning model, right? Now, let us see how this can be implemented using the pipeline, right? So the first two steps remains the same, that we first train, test, split and segregate the numerical and the categorical columns. Now, as a pipeline implementation, we import two classes from the sklearn library. One is the pipeline and one is the column transformer. In the pipeline, we will basically mention the steps which we wanted to do on the numerical columns. So we would like to do the imputation and this scalar. So these are just a variable name. You can change whatever you want. And basically, these are the important classes you are calling. So if you call imputer, what imputation you want to do, you have to clearly mention it here. And same way for the min max scaling. Uh, for categorical column as well, we do the same imputation and one not encoding, and we provide all the details of the techniques which we wanted to implement. And as we imported another class, column transformer, so this basically combines the numerical and the categorical transformers, and you can see. So this is just a syntax which you have to get familiar with. This is not much complex. So you just say column transformer transforms, and you just call the earlier pipeline definitions you have done for numerical and the categorical transformers, right? So this is the way you do it. So performing these steps, your complete pipeline is done, right? And you just call the linear regression model, and now you define a variable my pipeline, and you just call all these steps in one step, right? So all this defined above preprocessor. Now you can basically call it directly here, and again you have defined a model here, you can call it directly call it here. So let me quickly run these cells just to show you how the output would look like. So this is done, this is the model, and that's it. In 3 cells your model is trained and you get the output. One of the bonus implementation of implementing the machine learning pipeline is that we the performing the cross validation, right? So cross validation is a technique where we split the data set between train and test, and this split would be rotated again and again with complete data set, and the test sets would again be changing based on the training set, right? So to do this without a pipeline can be a bit of a pain, and but via pipeline you just need to call the cross validation class, and that's it. And you just pass the pipeline input output and how many splits you want to do. Let's say I wanted to do the 5 splits, and you just give the evaluation metrics, and that's it. You get all the scores here, right? So this is just a summary of things which we talked about in the video. I also want to take a moment to thank Albix Cook for the training this beautiful course on intermediate machine learning on Kaggle, and some of my work have been uh, inspired from this notebook. So do check out this training as well, in case if you are new to the machine learning world. So with this, I would like to stop the video. Thanks for seeing, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.